Your car won't start. You turn the key or press the button, and nothing works the way it's supposed to. Maybe you hear a click. Maybe you hear nothing at all. Maybe it cranks and cranks, but the engine just won't fire up. Before you call a tow truck and spend $100 or more just to get it moved, stop. Watch this video first, because the sound your car makes when you try to start it, or the silence it gives you, is actually a diagnostic tool. Each different symptom points directly to a specific cause. And once you know the cause, you'll know whether it's a $0 fix you can do right now, a $20 fix from a parts store, or something that genuinely needs a mechanic. I'm going to walk you through every single scenario. Find the sound that matches yours and skip directly to that section using the timestamps below. Here's how this video works. The fastest way to diagnose why your car won't start is by listening to what it does or doesn't do when you turn the key. There are 5 distinct symptoms, and each one points to a completely different cause. I've organized this entire video around those 5 sounds. Find the one that matches what you're experiencing, and that section will tell you exactly what's wrong and exactly what to do. The 5 scenarios are: complete silence, one single loud click, rapid clicking like a machine gun, slow, sluggish cranking, and normal cranking where the engine just won't catch and fire. Let's start with the most common one. Symptom 1. Complete silence. You turn the key or press the button and absolutely nothing happens. No dashboard lights, no clicking, no sound of any kind. Dead quiet. This tells you one of 3 things. The most common cause is a completely dead battery. So dead it can't even power the dashboard lights. This happens when you accidentally leave the headlights on, when a door isn't fully closed and the interior light drains the battery overnight, or simply when an old battery finally gives up. Before assuming the battery is dead, check one thing first: the battery terminals. Pop the hood and look at the 2 terminals on top of the battery, the positive red and negative black connections. If you see white, blue, or green crusty buildup on those terminals, that corrosion is blocking the electrical connection. The battery might be fully charged, but the car literally can't receive the power because the connection is blocked. Fix that for free right now. Mix a tablespoon of baking soda with a cup of water, pour it over the terminals, and scrub with an old toothbrush. The corrosion will fizz and break up. Dry it off, reconnect the terminals firmly, and try starting. This fixes the problem more often than people expect. If the terminals are clean and there's still complete silence, your battery is likely too dead to respond at all. You'll need a jump start or a battery charger. This tells you one of 3 things. Symptom 2. One single loud click or clunk. You turn the key and you get exactly one heavy mechanical click. Then nothing. You try again. Same single click. This is different from rapid clicking, which I'll cover next. One single click almost always means one of 2 things. First possibility: the battery is extremely dead. Not just low, but barely able to produce any power at all. It has just enough electricity to engage the starter solenoid once, which is what makes that click, but not enough to actually spin the starter motor and crank the engine. Second possibility: the starter motor itself is failing. The starter motor is the component that physically spins your engine over to get combustion going. When it fails, you often get that single loud click as it tries to engage, but can't complete the rotation. Here's how to tell the difference. Try jumping the car. If a jump start gets it running immediately, the problem was the battery, dead or severely discharged. If a jump start does nothing and you still get the single click, the starter motor is failing. One mechanic's trick that sometimes gets you one more start in an emergency: locate the starter motor under the hood. It's a cylindrical component bolted to the engine block near where the engine meets the transmission, and tap it firmly with a rubber mallet or hammer handle while someone else turns the key. The vibration sometimes frees a stuck solenoid for one more start. This is a temporary emergency measure only, not a fix. Get it to a shop the same day. Symptom 3. Rapid clicking. That fast machine gun click, 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 click sound when you turn the key. This is the most common car won't start symptom, and the good news is it's almost always fixable right where you're standing. Rapid clicking means your battery has some power, enough to rapidly engage and disengage the starter solenoid. but not enough power to actually spin the starter motor. The solenoid is clicking desperately, trying to get enough juice to turn the engine over, but the battery voltage is too low. The fix is a jump start. You need to connect your battery to a charged battery from another car using jumper cables or use a portable jump starter pack. Here is the correct order to connect jumper cables, and this order matters for safety. Step 1. Red clamp to the positive terminal on the dead battery. Step 2. The other red clamp to the positive terminal on the good battery. Step 3. Black clamp to the negative terminal on the good battery. Step 4. And this is important. The final black clamp does not go on the dead battery's negative terminal. Connect it to a bare metal part of the engine block on the dead car, a bolt or bracket away from the battery. This reduces the risk of a spark near the battery, which produces flammable hydrogen gas. Start the working car. Let it run for 2 to 3 minutes. Then try starting the dead car. Once it's running, do not turn it off. Drive for at least 20 to 30 minutes to give the alternator time to recharge the battery. If your battery keeps dying repeatedly after jumps, either the battery needs replacing, typical lifespan is 3 to 5 years, or your alternator isn't recharging it properly while you drive. Symptom 4. Slow, sluggish cranking. The engine is turning over. You can hear it trying, but it sounds labored, slow, like it's running in slow motion. Rrr. Rrr, rather than the normal crisp spinning sound. This symptom has 2 main causes depending on the conditions. If it's cold outside, especially below freezing, this may be completely normal for a weak battery. Car batteries lose a significant portion of their power in cold weather. A battery that starts your car fine at 70 degrees may barely have enough power to turn the engine over when it's 10 degrees outside. This is why Michigan winters kill so many batteries every November. A battery that was marginal all summer gets exposed to its first cold snap and can't deliver enough power. If it eventually starts after slow cranking, your battery is weak and should be tested. If it won't start at all, despite slow cranking in cold weather, try a jump start first. The second cause of slow cranking is a weak or failing battery in normal temperatures. If your car cranks slowly on a warm day, the battery is losing its ability to hold a charge and needs to be replaced soon. Here's the best free diagnostic available to you. Drive to any AutoZone, O'Reilly Auto Parts, or Advance Auto Parts. Every one of them will test your battery and alternator for completely free, right in the parking lot. They'll tell you the exact battery health percentage and whether the alternator is charging properly. Takes 5 minutes and costs nothing. Symptom 5. The engine cranks at full normal speed, but the car just won't fire up and start running. This is the most complex scenario because the battery and starter are both fine. The problem is somewhere in the fuel, spark, or security systems. An engine needs 3 things to start: fuel, spark, and the security system not blocking it. Take away any one of those and the engine won't fire no matter how good the battery is. Let's go through the most common causes in order of how easy they are to check. First, check the obvious. Is there actually gas in the tank? Fuel gauges can stick or read inaccurately, especially on older vehicles. If you're near empty, add at least a gallon and try again. I have seen tow trucks called for empty gas tanks more times than I can count. Second, check the fuel pump. Turn your key to the on position, 1 click before cranking, and listen. You should hear a brief 2-second hum from the rear of the car, near the fuel tank. That's the fuel pump priming the fuel lines. If you hear nothing, the fuel pump may have failed and no fuel is reaching the engine. This needs a mechanic. Third, check your security system. Look at your dashboard when the car is cranking. If the security or immobilizer light is flashing rapidly, your car's anti-theft system is preventing the engine from starting. This often happens when a key fob battery is dying, when you use a spare key the car hasn't seen in a while, or after a dead battery reset. Try locking the car completely with the key fob, waiting 30 seconds, then unlocking and starting again. Fourth, if none of those work, the most efficient next step is connecting an OBD2 scanner to the diagnostic port under your dashboard. This reads fault codes from the engine computer and tells you exactly what sensor or system is failing. Basic scanners start at $25 and are worth having in your glove box. There's one more cause worth understanding even if you got your car started: a bad alternator. The alternator is a small generator driven by a belt on your engine. While the engine runs, the alternator produces electricity that powers everything in your car: the lights, the radio, the AC, and simultaneously recharges your battery. A healthy alternator is why your battery never runs down just from driving. When the alternator fails, it stops recharging the battery. The car might start fine right now, using battery power, but the battery is slowly draining every mile you drive. Eventually it dies, and the next time you park and try to start, nothing happens. The telltale signs of a bad alternator while driving: the battery warning light comes on your dashboard, your headlights dim at idle and brighten when you rev the engine, your radio or accessories start acting strange, or the car unexpectedly stalls while driving. The dead giveaway test: if your car keeps needing jump starts even after you put in a new battery, the alternator is failing. A new battery can't fix a charging system that isn't charging. Get the free alternator test at any auto parts store before buying a new battery. If the alternator is bad, replacing the battery alone wastes your money. Here's your complete diagnostic guide. Screenshot this or save the video. Complete silence with no dashboard lights. Clean your battery terminals first, then jump start if terminals are clean. One loud single click. Try a jump start. If it doesn't help, the starter motor is failing. Rapid clicking. Low battery, needs a jump start. Drive 30 minutes afterward to recharge. Slow sluggish cranking. Weak battery, especially in cold weather. Get a free battery test at any auto parts store. Cranks normally, but won't fire. Check fuel level. Listen for the fuel pump hum. Check for a flashing security light. Keeps dying after replacement battery. Your alternator is failing. Get it tested before buying another battery. Print that out and keep it in your glove box. Or better yet, share this video to someone in your contacts right now. Because everyone has this problem eventually, and most people don't know any of this. Which symptom matched your situation? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one and I'll help you diagnose it further if you're still stuck. If this video saved you a tow truck call or a mechanic's diagnostic fee, hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it helps the Trades Forge reach more people who need this. Next week I'm covering how to change your own brake pads, a job most shops charge $200 to $400 for that you can do yourself in under an hour with basic tools. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next one.